Okay, so for the draft team that I joined, I got the eighth pick, which is not amazing, but it's not too horrible. So I surprisingly got Enamorous way further down than I thought it would be. I thought this would go much earlier. In the way that it worked, there were like different tiers, which each had different points. And this was from the red tier, and Pokemon in the red tier cannot terastallize. So I will be unable to terastallize the Enamorous. And there was red to purple tiers, and you had to pick one Pokemon from each, and then you had 5 free picks. And then for my second pick, I got Hisuian Electrode. I really like this thing's speed tier, perfect with specs, and I'll definitely be using this. I think this is going to be my Terra Captain as well. I'm going to give it the Ice, Electric, and Fairy Terra types because those just work so well. Fairy Terra type doesn't work as well because I have Enamorous, but if I really need a faster Fairymon, it works amazing. Um, and then I have Gudra, because it has amazing special defense. It's insanely bulky. This was my mon that I got from the yellow tier. Sap Zipper for water immunity, Gooey to lower speed, hydration if we run into Pelipper, which I don't think anyone drafted. Then I drafted Masquerain, has Intimidate, Sticky Web, Quiver Dance, and some great coverage moves with Ice Beam, Hurricane, Bug Buzz, Hydro Pump. Then I got a Lowland Trio. I needed a ground type to nullify my electric weaknesses because I didn't have a good switch in besides Gudra. This has Stealth Rock, it has Earthquake, and it also has Iron Head if I need to deal with like Sylveon. And it doesn't have horrible special defense. It can work with an Assault Vest, and it has good speed. Then from the purple tier, all of the mons were not fully evolved. So I chose Fletchender. It gets Tailwind, which will have priority with Gale Wings. Can run Eviolite. Doesn't have horrible speed, and it has okay attack. Um, and it also gets Defog. So it is a good mon. I think it was the best one that I had available at my time of drafting. Then I got Barraskewda because it's fast and powerful, and I like using it with Band. It is kind of frail though, so it might die easily, but it works well. This was also my first free draft pick, which I probably shouldn't have done because my next mons were also kind of more important to my team. This gets Drill Run, Ice Fang, Poison Jab, Psychic Fangs, Crunch, Throat Drop, Liquidation, Close Combat. It gets a lot of things. It's really good. Yeah. Then I got Bisharp. King Gambit was drafted already, so I didn't get that one. But honestly, I don't think Bisharp's bad. It can run Eviolite now that it has an evolution. Focus Sash, Life Orb. It can run pretty much anything, and I think it's pretty underrated this gen because it got an evolution. Then I got a late pick with Glamora. It has all of the special moves. It has Mortal Spin, which like freeze hazards, and then it also gets spikes, and it gets Stealth Rock. It's my hazard control for sure, because my only other hazard control would be defog on Fletchender. Um, this is going to be very useful this season. It also gets toxic if we need to toxic stall. Yeah, I guess explosion. I mean, it gets self destruct as well if that ever becomes necessary. Yeah. Then we have a spin blocker in Dracloak. It's not horrible. It gets Clear Body, Infiltrator, Curse Body. It's like if Dragapult was bad. It still gets like a lot of coverage moves. Not on the physical side. It only gets Sucker Punch, U-turn, and that. But this thing will be a monster with Eviolite. Yeah. And I like its speed tier as well. And then my last pick was Luminion because of Storm Drain. And I think that can become very useful later on because it doesn't have horrible speed. Its special defense is okay. And I'm not like against using this. It has a pretty nice speed tier. It also gets Encore, Tailwind, U-turn. It's pretty good. Yeah. So that's my draft team, and now I'll show you my first week's team. My first week's team has Baxcalibur, which is pretty scary, uh, and Greninja, which kind of runs through my team. These two. I don't really have any answers to Paldea Blaze, which is making me want to run my Hisuian Electrode with Ground Terra, but I'm not quite sure yet. Water Terra also might be good, but I don't think it's good for this week. Magneton is slow, and most of my mons get Earthquake or a ground move. And then Tropius, I don't really like because it gets Leech Seed, and that's just gonna like drain my team. So I'm probably gonna bring an Ice move for that. Hopefully it doesn't Terra. Vigoroth also scary with an Eviolite because it won't die, especially if it has screens up from Grimmsnarl. So that's why fairy moves will be very useful against Grimmsnarl. Donphan, Rapid Spinner, Stealth Rocker. Doesn't have the greatest special defense, so I should be able to take care of it rather quickly. Slowbro Galar, Quick Claw, Quick Draw sets are going to be scary, as well as Regenerator. It has worse special defense, and a lot of my mons get Earthquake, Earth Power. So it shouldn't be too scary. And then Rabisca, I don't see coming because Revival Blessing is banned in this draft league, so I don't see it coming. It doesn't have. Actually, it is pretty bulky, but it's pretty slow unless they're running like a Trick Room team, which I guess they could with these mons. I don't really see it being useful. I have a lot of special attackers, so Stunjourner doesn't bother me either. Even if it gets like a Rock Polish off, it's like only speed tied with my Electrode if it's at max speed. So yeah, I can handle most of this team with my mons. Yeah.